Peace and love. Welcome back, or welcome. It is, what's today, 24th? 2 days until my 29th birthday. And I wanted to get on here and talk about human design because it's something that has recently come into my life in full form and has given me such immense clarity and understanding and alignment and peace and all of the beautiful things that I had not currently been sitting in. I feel like I'm sitting in them more now. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of gab about this for a minute just to share some things I've been learning, because I already know that it's going to be useful for you in terms of whatever your human design is, to do some of this research. And when I first looked up human design, I didn't do too much research into it a couple years ago, but this year I dove deep, and I'm very grateful that I did. I went on YouTube and I was just typing in Projector. Actually, I still have it on YouTube right now. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's at the very top. Projector by Ra Uru-Hu. Oh, let me turn that back on. Some of my lighting. By Ra Uru-Hu. And that is the creator, the one who channeled human design. And I listened to the video. It was an hour and 38 minutes, and the entire time I had never felt so understood. I mean, an astrology does help me understand myself, and Myers-Briggs has helped me understand myself as an INFJ, and my 8th house stellium. Like, there are things that I've already discovered, but human design has really helped me to understand moving through the 3D realm. Like, astrology connects me to like my highest self, my highest timeline, my divinity. And then the Myers-Briggs is more for like, and maybe I don't necessarily know how to categorize Myers-Briggs because I'd never delved that deeply, only into my own personal type. But with human design, I feel like it's a great manual that we should all be given in terms of being able to co-create with spirit in the 3D, in this earth dimension. And so I watched the video, and my mind was blown. My mind is still blown because he was explaining so many things that I've already tried to explain to people, or not even to people, just like to my like personal partners or personal friends, like these feelings that I would get about why I wasn't able to do these things that everyone else around me was doing, and like what was wrong with me. And as I was listening and understanding how human design even works, I watched another video where someone like breaks down opened, like defined versus undefined centers and what that means for your energy field. And in listening to both of them, I felt and feel so validated about why I move through the world the way I do, and how much conditioning I have received in order to be what other people kind of want me to be or need me to be in order to feel comfortable around me. And so I've been sitting and I've been thinking about all of this because it's changed everything for me. It's changed the tendency that I typically would have to like continue to put my needs and myself aside to just keep doing stuff for other people, or to just keep grinding and keep doing what the 3D world says you need to do. And in understanding some of my human design, I'm able to understand that that's not how I work. And not to say, like, this is what's interesting about it, not to say that I need this to tell me that, but I kind of like it in terms of telling other people, because for whatever reason, when I try to just tell somebody, I like to spend time alone. I like to go up into my room and meditate and be quiet or read or just be or sing or dance. I don't necessarily need to interact with a lot of people all the time. I'm quite introverted. I liked to go and sleep and get enough sleep every night. I need to recharge. And all of these things are validated and verified because of human design. And I don't know if like me telling people that is like seems weird, because when I am present with someone, I am present. But as I've learned, projectors are present. They plug right in. It described projectors as like knowing who you're plugging into, because a projector is here to receive what someone is giving to them, and then they can share it back if that's an equal and open exchange, as well as like deciding if you're a projector, because you have this isolated ability to plug into one individual at a time. Think about consuming their energy. would you eat this person? If you wouldn't eat them, then maybe not best for you to plug into them. And even just that terminology has helped me decide, oh, yeah, who am I plugging into? Okay, well, I don't want to plug into anything else. I'm just going to plug into source. And that's what I'll be plugged into all the time to protect my energy. And I'm kind of like going off on a tangent, so I don't want to get too far away from my main point. So, all of these little nuggets I was receiving, having this has helped me to be able to affirm and to stand more solid in like my own natural like inner wisdom and authority. Like these are all things that I kind of already inherently want to do but just choose not to do to make other people comfortable. And if there's anything that I'd like to do moving into my also according to this, projectors move in 7-year cycles. This year, this 28th birthday that I'm finishing up is a end of a 7-year cycle. And so in moving into this next 7-year cycle, I really have the intention of no longer doing that and really just letting things fall and people fall and situations fall away that no longer resonate for me, to be in my self, in my essence, in my authenticity, in my like centered, completely alignedness. And the thing that human design expresses is when you are doing the things that aren't in alignment with you, you're in your not self. And to use the term not self feels right because a lot of times I don't feel like myself and I feel like I have to alter and change things to be around other people. And I'm a projector in a house with 2 manifesting generators and a generator. So like they have defined sacral energy that they're able to use every day and need to expend every day, whereas I, as a projector, you don't have a defined sacral. It doesn't mean that you don't have energy for things, but it means you need to be more conscious of your energy, how you're using it, recharging and replenishing appropriately. And then based on my like profile line, 2-4 line, 2 is the hermit, 4 is like the opportunist that goes out and experiences things. So being alone and hermiting is important for me. It's like this is like halfway me just kind of talking about something I'm learning and also like just saying some things for other people who are projectors or don't know, maybe finding out and then find this video. These are all things that are like seem so pivotal for me to know in order to not feel like I'm going crazy all the time or feeling like I'm about to lose my mind all the time or feeling like I can't take one more second all the time, to be okay with saying I'm gonna just go upstairs and be alone. And to not care if anyone thinks that makes me a bad person, to not care if they think that means I don't want to spend time with them, because that is furthest from the truth. I enjoy sharing space with other people when I feel that I've at least shared space with myself first. And that doesn't even have to be a projector thing. That can just be a human thing. Just sharing space with yourself intimately at some point of the day, to me, is so important to differentiate what belongs to me and what doesn't belong to other people. And the only thing that's been really interesting as a projector is to realize like some of the times when I explain to people how sensitive I am to other people's energy or sensitive to things that are happening to other people subconsciously, I pick up psychically and empathically what other people are feeling or going through or not speaking about, and I amplify that. And that's what a projector does, but I've already kind of known that. So it's been frustrating for me to say these things like people feel like I'm making excuses is what I'm trying to say. So like if I say, oh, I don't really want to go to this event with this certain amount of people because I already know, like immediately based on my authority, apparently I am a splenic authority, which means that I can immediately go off of this gut intuition if something resonates for me or not when I'm hearing or processing it. So when I'm told something, I immediately know in me, no, that's probably not in alignment for me and not healthy for me to go to, or okay, that resonates, I'm open to that. And accept it. Knowing when to accept an invitation is what it said. As a projector, no, just because you've been invited, because the strategy for a projector is being invited and then you like accept the invitation. Not all invitations need to be accepted. And that's something I heard someone say on YouTube, and I was like, because for me, as a projector, as like someone who is trying to move through the 3D world and to be able to share my light, to share the things that I want to share and to have them be received, for those things to flow, it isn't about me doing it, it's about me being. And then other people will see that, and if they choose to interact with me, then they do, and then that's the invitation, blah blah. Well, anyhow, so when they are inviting, when that energy is inviting itself in. Oh, wow, I just completely lost my train of thought. Guinness is downstairs crying at the door. Not at my door. He's just crying because the boys are outside playing basketball. And every time he cries, I get so distracted. But it actually just brought me back to my point. So I am so easily affected by my environment and the things occurring in my environment that I've already felt these things and explained these things. But having human design has allowed me to have like a other person to be like, no, she's not lying. She's not just saying this to be a loner. She's not just saying this because, you know, A, B, and C, or whatever reasons people come up with. I really do feel these things immediately, whether they're good for me or not. So I immediately feel, oh no, I want to be in this area or do this or do that, because I'm already feeling these things. I'm already picking them up subconsciously, and my spirit guides are looking out for me. Like, it's been pretty mind-blowing to just have listened to this video and like 2 other videos about projectors, and to start trying to apply it to how I move through my everyday, and how different I already feel, and how peaceful things are becoming because of choosing to do it. And the biggest challenge for me personally is to just set those boundaries with others, especially because it's one of those things, like when someone meets you and you're already doing things a certain way, and you meet them a certain way, and then, you know, you just create these kind of patterns with them every day. Over time, they are like, okay, that's you, that's who you are to me, these are the things you do with me, and that's how it's always going to be. And I do not live by that. I continually evolve every year, and it's my goal to continue to evolve every year. So the things that I did this time last year are not the same, and they haven't been ever since I've been conscious of choosing to evolve. So what's difficult in that is that when I first got here, you know, okay, all of my time is for other people. Whatever you need me to do, I'm there. You want me to pay attention, you want me to listen, you want me to do this, you want me to do A, B, and C, I pour whatever, like whatever I am focused on, I pour all of my energy into that. That's just who I am as a person. That's me as a being. I'm focused on whatever I am currently present for. That's who I am. So in choosing and understanding now, and as a collective, all of us anyway, moving into a time where we're all supposed to be focusing on self and centering in on ourselves, and just, if you think about this, I don't know why it took me so long to realize this. If we all just focused on taking care of ourselves, focused on our own mind, focused on our own body, focused on our own soul, then everyone would be doing their work. I had the habit of wanting to help other people do their work and focusing on their work. Oh, I noticed this, I noticed that, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not spending any time doing my own work. And that's not in alignment at all. I mean, it doesn't mean that I don't have the advice for other people, because I do, but it does no service to me to not heal myself and to work on myself and to work with me. So if we all did that, just imagine the difference. Anyway, so that's just a little digression. And so in choosing to do these things this year with my new birthday, my next solar return, choosing to say, okay, now I'm gonna spend at least, you know, this many hours upstairs a day with myself, or I'm going to start pouring time into this alone as a hermit 2-line. And already knowing that I like to do these things. These aren't new things to me. It wasn't like human design was like, you like to be a hermit. And I'm like, wow, I do really like to be a hermit. I've already known this. It's just difficult to be an introvert, loner type of hermit person in the extroverted 3D world. And without people feeling like taking it personally, without people taking it personally that you want to do that. So I truly value and appreciate people who honor that I like to spend time with myself. I like to be with me. I like to learn about me. I like to sit with spirit and sit with Gaia and just be quiet. Especially because as a projector, when you are with someone, you are plugged into them. And that's something I've already always said, is like, whenever I'm alone in a room, the second someone else comes into that room, I immediately, like, something in me already immediately shifts and is like focused on them. And that's just like kind of something that I've noticed, but being a projector, it is kind of a part of like what you do as a projector, which is why I'm working on my shielding, I'm working on my grounding and being plugged into source. And then if I choose to plug in, I am choosing that. It's not like I'm just immediately plugging into somebody, making it more conscious. So in choosing to do all of these things this year and saying, okay, I'm going to start doing these things the way in which I have been for people who have known me in the last year or so, I'm not going to manifest anything, but I'm going to say that does change things. And the best way for me to be able to express why I'm changing these things, one, is because I believe that we should already be changing and evolving and shifting anyway and doing things that are better and healthier for us, but also two, because it is within my design and beneficial for me in this 3D plane to do this. And if I'm truly supported and loved and honored as my own being, then they will support that time. And if they don't, then that's their choice. I'm still going to do it. And that's the big thing for me. To me, this time last year, if you would have told me that, I would have not been able to do it. It felt like a horrible person to say, well, they're just gonna have to be upset or they're just gonna have to feel that way. I would be paying way too much attention to their emotions, but that's their choice to feel that way. That's their choice to be upset if I'm not able to do what I used to do because I'm trying to do better for my own health and well-being and mental health and psychosis and whatever other types of analogies you can use. And an all-around better Talisa can be present for everyone if I choose to do these things. I'm not trying to make this video super long, and when I first started, I wasn't sure how it was going to locomote itself because it wasn't something that I was able to sit and talk out loud about. This is like my first time really fleshing it all out and talking out loud, so thank you so much for holding space for me. You guys are like amazing. You, an individual person, because it's not like you guys are like, you guys. It's not like you are sitting in a large group of people and watching this. I know it's an individual person, so thank you, individual person, for holding space and hearing this, because this is how I'm like learning a lot about what I'm trying to cement. And please do it for yourself, just like talking out loud about things that you're processing. If you don't have someone else to speak to, just record it and maybe don't even post it, because you'll be putting those thoughts into physical form. Sound vibrates as a vibration. You're putting that vibration out onto this 3D plane and allowing yourself to speak life, speak truth. So, taking that time to process those things can be very powerful. And it's already been powerful to sit in this, it's just express all of this, to cement it, and to understand exactly everything it is that I consciously am choosing to do in this next year. Having human design as a helpful guide and being like, hey, I'm a projector. Please don't take it personally. Because a lot of times people take it personally. If I can't be there for them all the time, 100%, which is something he mentioned in the video, is you'll learn sometimes people just want you to be plugged into them because they like the attention, not because they really want to interact with you. Which is something I have experienced through a large portions of my life, is people just like the energy. So yeah, these are things I'm learning. These are things I'm cementing. Please look into your human design. Look into if you're a generator, manifesting generator, projector, manifestor, reflector, and take some time to read about it and go to different websites. Because like I said, when I took the quiz, or you type in your birthday, it's not a quiz, you type in your birth information, it gives it to you, and then like it's vague, like they kind of want you to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. You can go on YouTube, you can just Google stuff. If you do enough digging, you will find what you need. I have. And it will change how you move through the world, and it will be to your betterment, because I'm already learning how to flow with this knowledge. Not to say I'm walking around as a projector, but to flow with the knowledge of how my energy field works in this 3D realm, because it's been a struggle. And maybe I'll make another video, if you're interested, about my like life as a person, living as a projector, not knowing that I've been one, and what I've done within my life, and then to know that I am one now and what I'm going to choose to do differently. Maybe that'll be an interesting thing to talk about. But I really just needed to talk about it because it's been such a blessing and such a gift. This is like the best birthday gift I could have really asked for, is to have this knowledge and this awareness of how to use it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out and letting me ramble. I was just letting a projector speak, I suppose, So yeah, thank you for listening, holding space. If you already know your human design, leave it below. Or if you are a projector and you resonate, please leave it below as well. And I will see you guys in the next video, because I'm going to be sharing a lot more. So until next time, as always, I'm sending you peace. I'm sending you love, and I trust you will stay open to the signs and synchronicities that are awaiting you in your now moment. Keep an eye out for them. All right, I'll see you next time.